Hi everybody, we are here today at the Alice Walton Cowgirl Park at the National Cowgirl Museum and Hall of Fame. Joined here today with Mr. Kelly Graham. Kelly, welcome.
Thanks, sir.
What do we got going on here? We got some statues here. We got the latest installment here, a pretty famous one. Tell us a little bit about this project you've got going on here.
Well, this latest installment here is Stylish Play Lena, legendary mare. Follows suit with what the other collections of great mares, and they were both. They were great in the arena, and also passed it right on to their babies, and they're legends in the cutting horse world. And I'm proud to get all these mares like this together.
Yeah,
it's a happy day.
Legendary mares. We've got Little Badger Dulce up the hill here. We've got Royal Blue Boon behind us. We've got Boon San Kitty up there and Boon San Sally, and now Stylish Play Lena. It doesn't get much better than that.
No, sir. It does not. For me, I had a lot of history with some of these horses, and I had all of them have been at my studio, and I kept for a couple of months, except for this mare here, and it was just fun having them there. And I mainly sculpted this mare knowing her breeding, the Playboy hip, the Stylish Oak combination of that. You just see it.
Yeah.
It's captured, and the Stylish Oak head is here, and my history with that horse really makes this special for me as well.
Yeah, well, we're here, you know, this is right next to the Will Rogers Memorial Complex here where all the big cuttings are, and you've already got another statue down there, Mr. Buster Welch and Little Peppy. Tell us a little bit about, you know, how did you get into doing these life-size sculptures? Well,
for me personally, Buster Welch created this whole idea of the actual word futurity. And for me, Buster, the veterinarians owe him a tip of the hat. He gave us a reason to break a horse as a 2-year-old and put money and time and get them on the right feeding programs early. Before the 62 futurity, there was no reason to break a colt as a 2-year-old. There just wasn't no reason. And Buster created a reason, and that's why that bronze is there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And he just did a lot. We needed Buster Welch for a lot of years to keep us out there. His ideas, and you know, he changed those little herds we used to do from 5 horses with 15 head of cattle. He said, let's make this a little more cowboy and throw a big herd in there. And he changed a lot of things. But that's the reason he's at that gate. And I thank everybody for being involved in these projects.
Yeah.
But this deal here with these mares, I'm very, very proud of it.
Well, it's amazing the details that you've captured, and like you said, you've had all these subjects except for this one at your place where you can study them day in, day out, and add little details as you go. What goes into creating one of these? Like, how long does it take you to make one of these?
I've got about 10 months in this mare. Like Alice's mare, I probably could have done it in 8 months, but I never could catch her in the morning. She was a handful to get back up, to get by my studio and work with her. She was a handful.
Yeah.
And the Royal Blue Boon was like just a pony, you know.
Yeah.
And Dulce was like Mr. Ed's full sister. She would just stand there like she knew what we were doing. And but this whole thing is just, these mares deserve this. You know, we talk about these stallions, but here's what does it right here, this bottom side.
Yeah, well, it's a great way to honor the mares here, and obviously, you know, tied in with the Cowgirl Hall of Fame here, the museum. So it's pretty iconic to be able to drive into this place and see these great mares that we all know, and we're still writing, you know, bloodlines out of them.
If it wouldn't be for these 4 mares right here are still, they're thought of every time a horse goes to the herd in the futurity, and it's really impressive.
Yeah.
But like this mare has her own story. She has a scar that I've portrayed in the sculpture of her hip, and I think they were told to not even saddle her, the best I understood, when she was young.
Yeah.
And she overcame. I think she won almost 300,000 showing, and her produce record will go on for years and years.
Yeah. So Kelly, tell us a little bit about how you got involved with this project.
Well, we owe a lot of thanks to Alice Walton. Her idea was she loves her mare, Boon San Sally, and she's enjoyed her and her colts so much. And it was her idea that the people that have enjoyed their horses like she has those mares get opportunity to do what we've done here. And it was her initial idea. And she wanted to call it, I believe it was Queen's Row is what this is, of all the queen bees of cutting. And I just thank Alice for coming up with the idea, and because these mares deserve it.
What does it mean for you to see this great mare here amongst the company that she's keeping at the Cowgirl Hall of Fame here?
I feel like she's found her final resting place. To me, this is such a culmination of execution by the artist, vision by Alice Walton, and created initially by Kit Moncrief. But Kelly really nailed this mare's face, her eyes, her ears, and her presence. Even her color is spectacular. So I'm hoping that she can inspire and be a complete and total asset to the Cowgirl Queen's Row that Alice envisioned here at the Cowgirl Hall of Fame.
What did it mean to you, you know, when you were first approached about including your mare in with this group?
I was surprised and honored when I got the call from Alice and she said, your mare needs to be in this park. And she talked about the vision of the Cowgirl Hall of Fame. She talked about what mares were going to be here or already were here, and she said that mare clearly needs to be here. So I thought about it for a while, and Kelly was her choice as the artist, and I just think he did a superb job putting it all together.
Yeah, the detail is just amazing in this. What was your reaction when you first saw her?
I was thinking I was looking at a live mare. I thought it was that close to her presence. So hats off to you, Kelly. Stylish Play Lena is retired in Colorado. This bronze is a dedication to the late husband of Kit Moncrief, Charles Moncrief. And strangely, this mare's nickname from the time she was born was Charlie.
Uh-huh.
And from a weanling on, she overcame a severe injury, went into training with Lloyd Cox, and went on basically with the same heart that Charlie Moncrief had, and determination, fierce grit, loved her job, looks as good today as she did when she was 3 years old, no arthritis, was producing as recently as last year, and so this is really a dedication to Kit and Charlie Moncrief, and particularly in honor of the late Charlie Moncrief. I think the criteria varies with each mare. Some of these mares are no longer alive. For the most part, they not only were great individuals, but they also were great producers themselves. I can speak most accurately about Stylish Play Lena because her babies have won in excess of $2 million as of about 12 months ago. And her most recent offspring was Horse of the Year himself, but also as a sire, he was Freshman Sire of the Year in 2020. So I wish best of luck to Teton Ranch, the new owners of Smooth Talkin' Style, and all the contestants over at Will Rogers Coliseum that are competing on both Hottish and Smooth Talkin' Style babies, the two stallions that are sons of Stylish Play Lena. Well, I wish Lloyd could be here today because I'm pretty sure he would have something to say about this mare. I think he's pretty busy over there in the open, but other than that, there's no doubt I cannot take credit for anything really about this mare. It was really about the breeding, it was really about the rider, it was really about her offspring, and all those tremendous trainers that have gone on to show sons and daughters of initially Hottish and now Smooth Talkin' Style. So congratulations to all of you and best of luck at the NCHA Futurity.
You're here in Fort Worth. Come on down to the National Cowgirl Hall of Fame and Museum here, right next to the Will Rogers Memorial Center and next to the Dickies Arena, and come check out these mares and read the plaques and get a little history on these mares. It's great to be able to, you know, see these mares here and see them continue on, you know, as part of cutting.
I also am very grateful and want to thank Kit Moncrief and Alice Walton for their vision collectively in developing this park, and look for the addition of many more horses to come.